Here it is, my new workshop. It's actually Christmas Eve today. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so good time to come here for a while before having a dinner with family. But this video I will show how I set up this workshop, and I'm sure you have seen those super clean, super designed professional workshops in YouTube where they have dust collection done by the book and everything is like tip top. This is not one of those workshops because basically this is my second workshop and I still have no idea what I'm doing in setting everything up. I think you can see, for example, my dust collection, it's actually from sewage pipes, because why not? Not the most pretty one, but it works. Everything is set up, everything works. I really like this space. So on this video I will show how I set everything up. So hope you enjoy. It's now Christmas Day and this is how things looked like 1 month ago roughly when I got the space. So obviously it was empty. I had kind of a high level plan and then I started putting those markings on the floor to see if my plan would actually work, and then I was walking around the space kind of trying to think if I would be working on my miters or if I would be working on my assembly table and here and there, just to see if the space would actually work the way I designed. And after I got all my stuff in, obviously it was a huge mess because nothing was in drawers, nothing was in the place they should be, everything was just all over the place. And then I kind of needed to figure out how do I start. And I decided to start by attaching the wood racks on the wall. Mainly because it was simple, quick, and I knew that at least I would get some of the stuff from the floors to the walls. And in order to do that I needed to find the studs from the walls, so I bought this fairly simple and cheap stud finder, which actually worked nice. So I didn't want to start playing with the drywall anchors because the weight on those racks will be quite heavy. So attaching everything to studs was the way to go. And this was a huge improvement compared to my previous shop, because the previous shop was kind of a metal box where I wasn't allowed to attach anything on the walls. Welcome to day 2. So as you can see, the workshop is still a mess, but I have most of my stuff here. Today I will actually focus on getting the dust collection hopefully set up and probably attach a few wood racks on the walls and do whatever I have time for. So let's see, day 2, hopefully by end of today this will be much cleaner and not ready, but readier. slowly but surely I started to get things done, and one thing I was excited was to test out this I don't know the name, but you know, this thing you see now on the screen, which I can use for just swiping the dust to it and it will be sucked by the system. So that actually worked fine, so I'm happy with it. Okay, day 2. There's still a lot left to be done, but I got something done. The other side of ducting is done. The other side is not. I need to get a bigger machine. But yeah, it's been a day of lots of carrying stuff from that wall to that wall, from that wall back to that wall and all over. So yeah, things take a lot longer than I thought, but then again, it always does. I guess a few more days and this will be somewhat ready. Day 3, it's Friday evening now. I have about maybe 2 hours to work on this today. I'll hopefully make the dust collection done on this side of the wall today. Can I do it in 2 hours? We'll see, but at least now I have a bigger drill. The problem earlier was that with my small machine I simply couldn't do anything on that wall. This one should work, so let's see, 2 hours, maybe I can do it, maybe not. Day 4, now it's Saturday. I got most of the plumbing done yesterday. Today I will finish them, but I will mainly focus on putting some plywood on the walls because I want to start building my French clit system to get all this stuff on the walls. Probably few wood racks on that wall. So let's see by end of today how far did I get. This was my first time ever using the Bora Centipede here. I really like it. I didn't have the workbench yet and I needed to cut some plywood, so very nice. I actually keep this in my shop still because occasionally I still need an extra table, so I really like this one. For the French cleats, I'm just using a random spacer. It doesn't really matter what you use as long as it's wider than what you use for cleats in your attachments. So I don't actually even know what was the measurement of this spacer. I just took whatever plywood I found and used it, and it worked fine. Now it's day 5 and Sunday. All the boxes are empty. Most of the ducting for dust collection is done. Things are looking pretty good. I have few hours again today, so it will not be full day. One plan is that I'll try to get this new sander machine out of the box and assembled. Hopefully get the ducting to dust collection attached to it as well. So again, let's see how far we get. Well, I think it only took like 1 hour to assemble that sander. It was super simple. It's a cheap one from a brand I've never actually heard before called Holtzmann. I think it's an Austrian company. Seems to be a quality tool. No issues with it. I've been using it for a time. Works fine. Anyway, after that one I continued with the ducting because I also wanted to make some extra ducting that I don't need yet, but I might need it later on. So while I was still kind of in the zone of installing everything, I decided to do some extra ducting here and there because I guess that if I need to do it later on, it will be more annoying than just getting on with it now. So that's why I'm doing some extras here and there. I have to admire how smoothly I move to the table. I look like I'm 80 years or something. I don't know what's happening, but looks bad on video. But anyway, it was a bit tricky to get my air filter installed, so I put this kind of support piece on the wall so I could actually lift the filter on it and then get it screwed on, because I did everything alone. Sometimes it obviously would be easier if there was someone to help out, but I didn't want to call anyone just for one filter, so I figured out a way, and the way I did it was by using this support piece. It worked fine. It was a bit risky, but nothing broke, luckily. During I was getting this workshop organized, there was a lot of carrying stuff from one wall to another, then back and then here and there. The same thing happened here. I originally installed more of the wood racks, then I removed some because I figured that maybe I'll actually want to use that part of the wall for storing my sheet goods. And that is a decision that I've been sticking on, so they are still there. But I mean, these things take time, at least for me, because, as mentioned, I didn't really plan everything. I just had a kind of a rough idea, and then I've been just figuring stuff out on the fly. So that's one example how I eventually figured out where my sheet goods are going. I am a big fan of French cleats, so that's why I'm doing another wall next to the one I built earlier, so more French cleats. I like the versatility and the fact that I can build what I need and then move them around without any tools or anything. So again, continuing on the same theme, not really knowing, not really designing everything. Practice will show what I need and where, and that's where French cleat wall is just the best because it's very quick to modify. Setting up the workshop continues. It's fully operational. I'm actually building, or actually have built, commission work for a customer. It's kitchen countertops made from birch. They will be picked up today, so I can already work here. But there's still a lot of stuff to be done. Things are finding their place as I work here, so I never had a real plan, as I mentioned. Just had a rough idea where everything goes. And today, one thing I want to figure out is better way to organize my finishes, because I think we all have drawers that look like this. Whether it's in your garage or workshop or home, but this says here that it should have my finishes, but it has well, yeah, it does have finish, but it has I don't even know, there's a lot of stuff there, so that's something I want to get organized. And then this, where I have my drill bits and all kinds of random stuff, just completely unorganized. Don't like it. So my plan, well, I don't really have a plan, but my idea is to use this French cleat wall. Yesterday I just put these blades there for easy access, and I actually can see what I have. But here I have space for putting that stuff from those drawers. No idea how I will do it, what I will do. I'll figure it out. And then some additional stuff. For example, my wood fillers are currently nicely organized here. So we'll see. Let's make it happen. The way I winged it was I took some of my longest canisters that I have in my finish box, and then I decided to kind of make the height of the lowest section based on that one, and then I just randomly put other shelves on with some idea, obviously, that what I will be putting there, but not much of a planner it seems, so mainly I just winged it, but I got something done. So when I did my initial ducting, I actually had 2 dust collectors and I had own kind of lines on each wall for each. But then during this project I actually bought a much more powerful dust collector, a really old machine but very powerful, and turned out it had enough power to actually join the lines. So what I'm doing here is just using what I have, making connection between the 2 lines so that I can actually attach them to this one new dust collection machine. And I am selling the old ones because, yeah, this new powerful one is everything I need. So again, something I didn't really plan, but I got this for a very good price, so I just had to buy it. Now I would be very happy to hear in the comments, have you ever seen uglier dust collection setup than what I have? I mean, it works great, but the way it looks, yeah, I've never seen a uglier one, but let me know. So calendar wise, it took roughly a month to get everything kind of done. I mean, it will obviously keep evolving and I will fix things here and there and do new stuff to the French cleat wall and everything, but from the time that you see here me packing the old shop to the moment now, as mentioned, it was roughly a month. And I'm happy with it, and now I will kind of do a round or a tour of the shop and you will see how things actually look like today. So as they say, I guess the heart of every workshop is the table saw. I'm using a Laguna Fusion 3 cabinet style saw, very happy with it. One of the main reasons why I chose that one is that with this one you can actually use a dado stack in Europe. I know there's many people claiming in YouTube and discussion forums that dado stacks are illegal in Europe. They are not, but the saw just needs to be a specific type. There's some regulations, like everything in Europe is regulated, but this one here, I have a dado stack and you can use it, so that's one of the main reasons. But anyway, very happy with the saw. I might eventually upgrade to SawStop because they are coming to Europe in 2025, I think, autumn. So just for the safety, I will probably switch to SawStop once they're available, but no real reason to switch. I mean, very happy with this Laguna one. So that's my table saw, and obviously after it there's an outfit table, full size, which I built. Makes life a lot easier because now I have room around this, so I can actually do like full sheet of plywood on the table. So, and then I have the support with the outfit table. So very happy with this setup that I have here, and obviously it's right at the center of my workshop because I need the space all over. Then here's my latest upgrade to the workshop, my new jointer. New. This is built actually in Finland, excuse me, in 1966. So it's an old piece of machine, but I upgraded to this one because this has much wider base and I can actually run bigger wood through this. I've been only using it for a couple of weeks, or yeah, I think 2 weeks. But I mean, this is extremely powerful, works great. It's had a bit of a water damage when I bought it, so I needed to take the rust off and basically do a proper maintenance. But now that it's fixed and running, it's a beast. I mean, it can take anything I throw at it. So very happy with it. Time will tell when I've been using it for a few years if I find any problems with it, but I don't think so. I like these old machines. They are built to last, and it will probably be the last jointer I will ever need, actually. Now here's the actual beast, my new planer, thicknesser, whatever you want to call it. It's built in West Germany in 80s, so still one of the older production machines that are built to last. I think this will be Probably like my jointer here, probably the last planer I will ever need. I think this should be very, very good until I decide to quit this, which I'm not planning to do anytime soon. But anyway, this is 80 centimeters. I will put somewhere here, no idea where, how much it's in inches, but it's very wide. And I mean, this is super powerful. A bit of an overkill, but I've been doing some maintenance. Ooh, this is heavy. Maintenance on this as well. Everything here is super heavy. I mean, built from super thick metal, and as mentioned, yeah, it's a beast. Very, very happy with it. Here I'll take a bit of a wider shot. I'm actually building a coffee table. It's protected now from dust because it's a epoxy river table. Then I have some other stuff I'm working here, but this here is my assembly table. It's basically the size is full size sheet of plywood. Lots of storage, pretty sturdy. Everything is on wheels, so I can move it if I want to. But basically in this workshop I don't need to move anything, so it stays here. Very happy with it. Plenty of room over, so I can actually work around this. Then behind me I actually made a video. There's a video you can see how I built this, but my miter station decided to use IKEA kitchen cabinets. It was cheap, easy, fast to assemble. Been using it now for I think 1 month. It works great. So if anyone is thinking of a miter station, I do recommend checking out IKEA because of the reasons I just mentioned. Cheap, fast, easy, pretty sturdy cabinets. And then behind you can see my clamp wall. So all my clamps are there. There's of course always the joke that how many clamps does a woodworker need? Just one more. I agree. I mean, I have a fairly good collection, but still every single time I build something bigger, I run out, but it's fine. I don't actually need more, but it would always be nice to get just a few more specific lengths. But anyway, assembly table, miter station, clamp wall. Then let's check the other parts. Now next to my assembly table and table saw, I have my router table with the GSM lift. Works great. The table I built a long time ago, or the cabinet. It's not the best one, but still does the job. I will eventually build a new one, but no rush with that one. The GSM lift I just installed on that one. It seems to be great. I had a cheap one earlier, but it started to break off. The lift didn't work anymore properly, so I guess once again you see, or I saw the reason why I shouldn't buy cheap tools. Buy the proper ones. They will last and eventually become cheaper because you don't need to replace them every few years. But anyway, here it's on wheels. I can move it around if I want to, but then again I have attached it to my dust collection, so most likely it will stay there. Behind me, or here, I have my French clit wall, 1 out of 2, so I have the next one there as well. But everything is on cleats, so I can move them around. Nothing is permanently attached. Even this is on cleats, so I can move it around. But basically my idea is that I'll try to keep most of the stuff on walls. Actually, I know they will be collecting dust, and it's a bit of a problem. But then again, I used to have everything in drawers, but what tends to happen is that they just get piled up with stuff and I don't even know what I have anymore. So with this workshop I've put much more stuff on the walls. Here I have basically all my finishing stuff, epoxy colors, N3 Nano I'm using, all kinds of oils, lacquer, fillers, whatever, sanding discs. all other stuff related to sanding, all my blades, I mean everything is on the wall that I will be needing, and there's some other stuff on the ground. One thing I have here is my dust collection vacuum that I can actually easily use across the shop. That's a nice addition. I didn't have that kind of stuff earlier, so very happy with everything I have here. The cleat wall might still live. Not everything will be finalized in a few weeks because I need to use this workshop to figure out what I need, but this is now the setup that I have on this wall. So next to the French cleat wall, I have another French cleat wall. Seems to be a bit of a tongue twister for me. Here I have glue, all kinds of drill bits. I think this is actually a thing I built very quickly as a test piece, but then I found out I actually liked it. So I like to have things, as I mentioned, in sight, that I know what I have, easy to get it, easy to put it back. I don't like to hide stuff in drawers, so very happy with this one. I have some random stuff, my drills, measures, all kinds of measuring tools. I mean, this is still, all my chisels are here. It's not a final setup. I'm quite sure that once I use this workshop more, this will evolve. I will build some stuff, remove some stuff, but that's why I like the French cleat wall, because it's so easy to build new stuff and put it here and fine-tune things. Then on the floor you will see, I don't know what it's called, but basically it is collected to my dust collection, so I can just sweep stuff to it and it will be sucked up. So in this workshop I've tried to make the dust collection as good as I can. I'm not a professional with it, but it works so much better than in my old shop, so quite happy with it. And then next to me is my bandsaw. This is kind of a hobbyist version. It's not the best one out there. It's from Jet. Not sure the model. Well, the model is what it is, but it's fine. I don't use bandsaw that much, but it's a bit small. I mean, if it was bigger and more powerful, maybe I would actually use it. I don't really do resawing, but eventually I will probably upgrade, but it works fine. And then right next to the door you see my drill press, and then I just have my fridge and a microwave because I still need to eat something, so that's how I prepare my food over here, so in a microwave. Then the opposite wall is mainly my dust collection, my drum sander, which is this Jet 1836. It's a decent size. I use it mainly when I'm doing cutting boards. I don't use it that often, but when I do, I'm very happy with it. But this wall is basically, I have my jointer, my planer that you saw, but then I have my wood racks. So 3 racks of wood, which is a big improvement to my previous one, where it was like this metal box. I couldn't attach anything to walls. I couldn't have wood racks. I'm now very happy that I have them. So basically that's it. And then on that spot I use for my sheet goods. I don't have any rack built for them. They are just there. Eventually I might build a rack for sheet goods that I can move them over, but I don't really need it now. This works fine. On this wall, there's my small sander as well that I sometimes use, but that's it. Now there's only one corner left. I'll take the camera there. It's a bit hard to film here. I'm working on these massive beams. I will build something from them, so I'm squeezing myself here, but this is the same wall where I have the wood racks, just the corner. So here I have my Tormek T4 sharpening. Take this out of the way. Oops, sorry. And on this wall I have my air filter from Jet. And then this is just my screws, I have some other tools, kind of random stuff on the wall. Not really sure what I will put here, but I mean, as I mentioned earlier, things are evolving. But anyway, this area where I will hang stuff on the wall, I like that setup. So this is like the final corner. So then if we take a quick look overall, we are now on the back corner. So just briefly, everything you have seen on the video, now it might make more sense what you are seeing here. So this is my workshop as of now. Very, very, very happy with it. So it's actually joy to work here. So plenty of space, and I have all the machines I could dream of. So now basically I need to start working on getting rid of these, meaning I will build stuff. I have a few projects in mind, something for my own house and then for customers as well. So back to building. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I would really appreciate a subscribe and a like. Thank you.